All right. What's up, people? So, we are doing a live stream for the USA Colombia game. I have here the Discord link. So, I'm using Lewis's Discord. I'm sure he won't mind. But I have the Discord link in here for you guys to be able to watch it along with me if you'd like. And we will be going through the lineups today. Lineups are looks like lineups are gonna be uh Florian Balogun to start at striker, Christian Pulisic to Timothy Weah, Cordoba, what did I say? Cordoza, Rain. Oh, we got Reyna sighting, huh? And then with Wesley Master McKinney, Joe Scally, the kid from Mönchengladbach, Chris Richards, Tim Ream, Anthony Robinson, and Mr. Turner in the back. Looks like Duran's on the bench. They have Bore Murray, Diaz, James Rodriguez, Matthias Uribe, Jefferson Lerma. I don't know a couple of these guys. Like Munoz. Lucimi is the the center back from Bologna. Yep. Davison Sanchez, and like I said, Mr. Duran is on the bench. Kickoff should be in about 8 minutes. In the meantime, uh, big up, my guy. Hey, Gaming for Life. If you want to come on and if you want to come on the channel, you're more than welcome to, my guy. We could have a quick conversation about Chelsea and stuff. Just message me on Twitter. Yeah, man. I think you have me on Twitter. Yeah, Gaming for Life. I sent you a message, the thing back. I think I might turn this into a UFC watch along as well. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. All right. Now let me get the UFC fight on because I just noticed that's up and running. So let's get both of those on. Mm-mm-mm-mm. All right, let's get this going. Gaming for life. I don't know where you went, buddy. You were here just a second ago. Now you're gone. Let's get this UFC fight on. What's up, Gaming for Life? How we doing, bro?
What's up? Can you hear me all good?
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with my camera. Somehow it won't show me. Don't know what's wrong with it. Don't know why it's gone blank. But yeah, I'm good. I'm good. So, how we looking? Are you looking forward to the preseason?
Yeah, I really want to just let the window kind of. I don't think the window's gonna be like.
An issue?
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it, to be honest.
No.
Overall, the way that they're going about things and the way the people that we're linked with overall, like some of the striker options, I'm just like,
Yeah,
but
that's a sticky situation where. Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, what are you thinking? What's your thoughts on the season?
I mean, what for next season or last season?
Uh, this season.
I mean, top four is regardless, and then getting a trophy, which is what we basically want. We want to get back to like winning ways and having that feeling and get back into that Champions League spot.
So, what do you think needs to change with the team?
I think if he just gets his tactic right, I think if he just puts the players where they're supposed to be, not exposing like their weaknesses, like if he just plays the structure good, if he has a better structure than Poch,
Hmm.
then let's just wait for him to see. Because I'm not going to be like Maresca out. I just want to see what he does into improving these players.
Absolutely, I understand that. I just well, like I just with like what are the positions that you would say need to be changed though?
Uh, thing is, I don't know what formation he's gonna play though. Like he could play a 4-3-3. Like I'm not quite sure, but obviously, I mean, we know who's gonna play on the attack. Say maybe I don't know if he's gonna start in Kunku on the left or start him in the middle, or maybe like a Sterling and Madrid because I'm not sure on that left side really.
That's understandable. I was
Yeah,
just thinking like I'm thinking like if you had a choice of players, I guess most people think about like okay, like this is what I would want to happen. You know,
yeah.
like if that was the case, the perfect scenario for you, what would that be?
So we know Palmer's going to be on the right, but if we get Elise,
Hmm.
he's most likely going to be on the right. So with Palmer on the 10, then be Caicedo and Enzo. Then striker, whoever we get, if it's Alvarez or a Cisco. And then left, I would give Nkunku a chance on the left because I feel like he did really well against Brighton. And then my right back would have to be obviously Gusto when the next season starts because Reece James is on a ban. Centre back, I would like to see Fofana if he's even fit in the preseason, which I'm not sure. Then the tossing and left back, Correa. Yeah,
Okay.
goalkeeper, huh?
I said okay.
And goalkeeper, Petrovic really, but the thing is he really gonna start Petrovic? That's my one issue really. But obviously, we do have good players on the bench, but that would be most likely for Conference League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, because we're not gonna have one game a week. We're gonna have 2 games a week this time.
Yeah, and I also wonder if we'll be enter. I don't know if they reported anything on that yet, but I don't just think are we entering into this conference league? Like, is that something that we're planning on doing at this current moment?
Yeah, because apparently we have to play what is it, the knockout stage, like qualifying around in mid August. So,
Exactly.
so
Exactly. Well, not just that. Not just that. It's like we lose money on it. Big up,
yeah,
my guy David. Appreciate you, my dude. David, if you want to jump on, you could always hit me up on Twitter and I'll send you the link, my guy. We're just watching the USA game and the I have UFC up. I could throw UFC up in the Discord as well. Whatever suits anybody's boat, man.
I'm so glad I didn't watch the England game yesterday. I'm so glad.
Where are you from, Gaming for Life?
Oh, I'm from Czech Republic, but obviously I live in the United Kingdom.
Oh, you do.
Yeah, so I lived here for 15 years. So I've studied here, went to school, went to primary.
Okay.
Yeah. And people say like how come you know English so well? I'm like, well, it's not my first language. I just learned it quick by myself.
I know, but you also have a bit of an accent, right? It's not
Yeah.
necessarily an English accent.
No. I was really surprised about Czech yesterday. They actually won 7-1 yesterday.
Yeah, they won. They won. I saw that, right? They won. They won big yesterday.
Yeah. They have Portugal, I think.
Who's their star players outside of Patrick Schick?
Patrick Sheik. I like Suchek a lot.
Okay,
I think I don't I'm not
I
saying he's a
forgot
bad
about him.
I'm not saying he's a bad
Souček
player.
and
Yeah.
Paul, those guys are both Czech, right?
Yeah. But we do have like quality players, but I think the most that Czech are like good at is that hockey, and I watch our hockey a lot with them as well.
I started watching hockey this year, big
Yeah,
time.
obviously we won the silver after like 14 years, like what we won like I think a week or ago or two. Then there was this rumor about Nkunku should leave, but like I don't think he's gonna leave. Why would you want to leave after like one season and the Chelsea board even backed him? So I didn't believe that anyway. I'd be like, no, not a chance.
We got kick off here in a bit. I'm just watching this UFC fight. It's actually a good fight.
Joey, do you think we're gonna have a good start to the season or a slow start, depending on how preseason goes?
He has to have a good start. He
Mm.
doesn't have a choice. He has to have a good start. That's why he wants everybody here.
Yeah,
Like he's not letting Enzo do the Olympics. I
no,
mean, I
Gusto's not
probably
going
wouldn't even.
either,
Yeah,
and Kunku won't be on there. I know Michael Elise is on there. I think.
Yeah, but we gotta sign Elise first.
Yeah,
I
it's a
do think we
60.
get him.
You don't think we get him?
No, I do think we get him.
Oh yeah, this is a 60 million release clause, and Joe Schultz said that he's pushing for the transfer.
Big up everybody that's in the chat. We have the USA game kicking off here shortly. They're just doing the national anthems. The game is in the Discord, the Carefree Lewis Discord, live for you. So if you want to watch it at the same time as me, you're more than welcome. Duran is not starting. Duran is not starting. So maybe we'll see Duran in the second half. If I make it to the second half, because at this current moment, I'm pretty tired.
I feel like Portugal or Spain could win the Euros.
Um,
They do have
they
like
could.
solid. Yeah.
If you ask me what the four will be, it's probably those are two that I could see being in there.
Yeah.
I could also see Germany being there. I could also see France being in there.
Mm.
Um, yeah, those are really the four.
But
I'd love to see like a dark horse make it to the final, to the semifinals.
people's like, oh, maybe Denmark should get it. I'm like, I mean, Denmark.
Yeah, I don't know. If you ask me, I have no idea who.
It's tough to predict.
Hmm
Well, I can't wait for next season. He's on a 5-year deal, and I just I just beg if he gets us top four on the trophy, I beg they don't sack him, because if they do, they're gonna look like real idiots.
For sure. Like I've been saying they should sack these sporting directors for a good time now.
Oh yeah, they should have been gone ready.
Man, I don't know how Luz does this for so long. This shit's tiring.
Yeah.
He always has other people having conversations though.
Man, that 6 hours on Lewis's stream was hell mental.
I don't even want to remember it.
Bro, I was just there like, I need to go. I need to go, because
What time is it where you are?
right now it's 10:38 in UK time.
10:38.
Yeah. Are you excited to watch the Tyson Fury versus Usyk December the 21st?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, this year. It might be in Saudi Arabia again. Because regardless, they've signed a rematch clause on their contract. I don't know. I don't know how Tyson will win this fight. I just don't know.
I want to get. I should do like all the stupid shit. I should do all the stupid shit people say on Twitter, and I should just start bookmarking it and just start clowning them on live. That's what I should do.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I swear to God, I want to do it so bad.
I don't know how Lewis puts up with it a lot.
All right, let's put this news up. All right. David, I'm gonna answer your question. Okay, give me 1 second, brother. I have a way to answer that question. I would really like to, but just give me 1 second.
Ooh. I couldn't believe your Crystal Palace won 7-1 on Football Manager. I was just like, what?
Yeah, it wasn't. I told you I was. We ended up winning 10-1. I won 10-1 that game.
Flipping hell.
Yeah, I won 10-1 in that game. The first game you were talking about? First
Yeah.
game I played? Alright, so let me just zoom in here quick. Christopher Nkunku is very happy at Chelsea and wants to give something back. He's absolutely determined to do his best in pre-season and get in the best shape physically. He believes next season will be big for him, and Chelsea is convinced he can do something special. I've always believed Christopher Nkunku would be very special. That's the jersey I'm getting. That's how confident I am this guy's going to be awesome this year.
Defo.
That's how confident I am he's going to be awesome, bro.
Just,
I think Christopher Nkunku is going to be just absolutely phenomenal.
mm, just imagine how many goals he would have got this season if he was on fire. Just imagine how many goals.
So, what are your thoughts on Enzo Maresca's style and and your and your squad for next season? All right. So, it's a fantastic question.
We have talent in our squad, I'm not gonna lie.
Let me throw up a football formation because I have some ideas on what may happen. I really do. I have some ideas on what I think ends up happening with this.
Apparently he's similar to Pep. Like his style. I don't know.
Make them blue. All right. So David, we're going into my tactical. We're going doing tactical conversation with Joey Wahibi. I with the Wobs. All right. So this is the formation that we will be placing. Let's just throw some of the players that we already have in here. Uh, Gaming for life. I'm gonna mute you because your mic's a little crazy. All right. So we're gonna do a little bit of a tactico here as USA has kicked off 3 minutes in. Once again, if you do need to watch the game and you need a way to watch the game, the Discord, I have a link to Carefree Lewis Discord that you can use to watch the game live at the same time as me. As that game gets kicking off, we're going to talk a little bit more Chelsea. Sorry if you're not a Chelsea fan, but that's what we got. I also have the UFC fights on, so probably after this UFC game, after the game, we'll continue with the UFC fights to finish off, as long as I got energy. So back to where I was going. Um, with the way I think Enzo Maresca is going to play. Okay, so we're gonna use just the players that we already have as options, and I'm not gonna use backups. I'm just gonna use the players we already have. Okay, so this is how I expect Enzo Maresca to play with the players that we currently have. No changes outside, no changes whatsoever. All right, and we're gonna do poop. Let's do body, and then Tosin. James. For my sanity, Petra. Okay? Is this let me zoom out. Alright, cool. So this is what the formation will look like on paper. Alright, so this is what it's gonna look like on paper with no more let's say no additions. Okay, no other additions. Big up my boy Keyshawn in the chat. Big up Frawny in the chat. And we got Colombia already has scored on the USA 5 minutes in. 5 minutes in, USA have been scored on. Mr. Turner is just a bum in the goal, man. Just a bum. We need Slolina to get up in his ranks quickly because Turner is a freaking bum. Let's see what happened here. James Rodriguez. Oh, that's a good ball by James Rodriguez. Oh, you got beat on his near post. Matt Turner goes down. Doesn't even make sense why he's going down. Why are you going down? Matt Turner, why are you going down? I know, Keyshawn. I know. Keyshawn, you want the link, G? I think I sent the link if you want to jump in, G. You're more than welcome to jump in. All right, back to what I was saying.
Is my
So,
mic better?
yeah, much better.
Alright.
So back to what I was saying. The way that we're gonna attack specifically, okay? So the way that we're gonna attack is going to be Nkuku going forward, Enzo pop in here, either Kukurea. Really, it really ends up being Enzo it ends up being Enzo or Kukurea, but they think the way that he had it on his team was the right back would cut in, but his right back option was Ricardo Pereira. So he could do either or, okay? But let's just say it's this way, right? Caicedo's gonna roam in these areas right here to make triangles between James and Enzo. Okay? Palmer keeps width, Mudryk keeps width. Jackson and Cuckoo link up, Mudryk width, Palmer width. Now, don't be surprised if it's this way.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised if it's this way. Where Mudryk's on the right, Palmer on the left. Palmer's left foot. Palmer's left foot to whip balls this way in. Pause no diddy. Mudryk whip balls from this way going in. Caicedo will roam to create overloads this way. Tossing will up in this up to this area while James comes inside. Enzo will always be in this area.
To cover it.
He's also the main distributor.
Yeah.
James, you'll see a lot more shots of James from these areas right here. Opportunities for Reese James in these areas, connecting with Nkuku, or let's just put him back into this way. Nkuku, James, Jackson. So once again, it'll start this way. Caicedo, Enzo, Cuckoo, Palmer. And then defensively, you'll have Palmer in the half space. Enzo will slide out. Caicedo will cover this middle space. and this is the position that he played in DD in. Okay, Sato will cover this middle space, well, the middle half space, because it's really middle half space. Mudrik will cover this inside half space, and everything will get funneled into the inside. Jackson and Cuckoo lead the press.
I mean, I don't think I
Correct.
can. I mean, I don't think I can disagree with that. I mean, if that happens, well, then we shall see. But
Big up my guy Butch. As much as me and you argue, big up. um, this team healthy? Yes.
England do have quality. It's just Southgate. That's the issue for him, probably.
Yo, James Rodriguez will always have quality. Like his entire career, he'll always have that final ball, that left
Definitely.
foot. He'll always be really good. So you got to build. You have to have him as one of your main creators for it to work. The top four is my main goal. Honestly, if we don't win a trophy next year and we get top four, I would be much. I would be honestly quite satisfied with the season. To be honest, as much as ever I would love a trophy. I really need at least top four for us to just kind of continue the progress that we want. A trophy should happen though. We have a good enough team.
Yep.
One second. I'm gonna grab something to drink real quick.
I know it's Joey. I mean, Tosin is a good signing for us. Oh yeah, definitely. We have the players to get top four.
No question.
Yeah, we have the quality. We have a quality bench. I mean, if you asked us this season, do you think we would have got top four? Yes. If you had a better game manage, if Poch had a better game management, he got sacked because he failed his target. We didn't win the Carabao Cup, and he also
Excuse me.
had, to go.
Diego, I somewhat agree. You have to think about how he plays in at Ecuador, right? It's not as high up as you think it is, but he's always in that frame of being able to take an outside shot. That's kind of how you have to think of it, especially in the offensive phase, especially when he's on the offensive phase. But he has enough legs and energy to be able to cover both sides. That's why in the end, if you put if this is Caicedo and Andre, because this is where Andre plays for the youth team, the youth Brazil team, and he covers all that ground. So let me kind of go back through it just quickly. Like it's more of a Andre and Cuckoo are Andre and Caicedo would be playing more in this. These would be the areas to start up, build up, and Enzo would be like this. James would be next to him, but more, in a bit of a deeper role to be able to pick up that space, and then the three. And then you have Cucurella covering wide space, Boston covering wide space, and whoever this is. And this is kind of the reason why I think it will be this way, personally. This is what I think it personally will be. Will be this way. But I got yelled at for it being like that on Lewis's stream.
I mean, you never know. That's also depending on the manager how he wants to play.
Correct, CAA Mafia. Correct. That's why him in that position where he is allows him to be him and Enzo are allowed to be more passers on the ball and distributors on the ball. But Caicedo has more of the ability to be able to drive the ball, and that's why I think that what's his face Enzo Maresca is going to end up keeping Andre Santos because Andre Santos has the same types of abilities that Caicedo does. Oh, for sure, bro. This is why when I was talking about earlier today when I was talking about does does anyone else hear the echo or is it just me?
I mean, you're fine.
No, not yeah. It's coming off of your mic, my guy. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
I can see it coming off of your mic. That's all right. What really is it bad, Bush? Did you see if it was bad? Yeah, it is an echo there, bro.
alright.
Yeah. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, Bush, did you see it? If you did see it, if you see it on if you find it on Twitter, send it to me, bro. Okay, cool. Agreed. I've been saying that for before the World Cup. So who is like up 2-0?
There was a comment in the chat where someone said that Poch wanted to win trophies with Chelsea and get top four, yet he failed it because we didn't beat the likes of Nottingham Forest, Sheffield United, Bournemouth, all these games. It's because we had no structure.
I don't see anything. Oh, here we go. Pod said he wanted to win trophies, top four, and failed to win the Carabao Cup. He failed to get top four against Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth, and Sheffield United. Correct. I mean, there's nothing more to say about Podge, in my opinion. There's nothing more to say about Podge. That ship, in my opinion, is absolutely shit sailed. I truly hope that Manchester United is looking at Pochettino and saying, "Hey, this is the guy," like we did last year, bro. Really, I I hope it is. I hope that they do that to themselves because they like to feel our pain for themselves. It seems like they our pain with Mason Mount. They wanted to feel our pain with Romelu Lukaku. They wanted to feel like they wanted to feel our pain with all of these players. I mean, here's the thing, CAA. If you have Christopher and Cuckoo, okay, we have Christopher and Cuckoo. We shouldn't have to play in that striker.
No, not really. He has other positions he can play. Any of our players get injured.
That's the thing. We shouldn't have to.
And we also don't want to suffer him from getting
And the
injured.
one thing, it's not just that. It's not really that for me, the injury part. It's more the height for me. I want somebody that's gonna win me duels because a big part of our problem is that we get pressed so easily. Like we get pressed into games so easily, it causes mistakes. And like with a young team, if you don't have a consistent one-way outlet like that you can go to if the plan A is getting to be, that's the big thing for me. That's the biggest thing for me, man. So let me kind of give you a reason. Let me show you why what I'm talking about here, okay? So say the ball is right here, right? And Body Shield has the ball here, and the press, the Mudrik and Palmer will be in like more of these areas right here. Okay, say the left back press Mudrik, midfielders press Caicedo and Nkuku here. Body Shield has the ball unpressed at this current moment. Cucurella's pressed. Enzo's pressed. James is open. Tolson's pressed by the striker. Okay. There's two center backs. Fullbacks pressed onto Palmer. Okay. What will end up happening is his Body Shield will have the ball here. And in Enzo Maresca's system specifically, what will end up happening is Body Shield will hold onto the ball. Like we were while we were in this type of area. And then his only outlet will be two options from a switch, which Palmer will push up, will take his guy. James will push up. Caicedo will push up, and then he'll switch it to James. Okay, that's gonna be the open pass a lot of the times for us right here. Center back to center back, up the pitch. Thaddeus Shield to James, up the pitch here. If this is all pressed out, now what tends to happen is that if you have to have two ball playing center backs. Body Shield and Levi Colwell should be fine being able to do that. But if you have if you have a guy, if you only have this option that ball has to be extremely consistent, and it's not an easy ball to hit. It's not like the easiest of especially like say wintertime in England. Like this cross field ball across the field here this way is not the easiest to hit. Now, if you have a striker, then you have knockdown abilities. Go back to what I was saying here. Right? Badia Shield has the ball. These players are all being pressed. Okay? Say this is Victor. Say that's Victor. You have Colwell or Body Shield, who's also a good passer of the ball, but say Colwell specifically here. his like talent is hitting this ball through this passing lane right here. Right down this passing lane, right through here. Now, if you have a striker that's right here that you could hit that ball to with runners, now you've caused extreme problems. Because this guy right here, that's his specialty, is hitting this ball right down this through this lane right here. If you have a guy who have the knockdown ability of going this way or this way, you're going to be causing extreme problems because now you have an overload on this side, right? Now you have to guard him with two. One guy in aerial duels won't be able to deal with them. Remember, AKA what Mikel Antonio used to do all the time to us. Knockdown ability. Pin down knockdowns. So your striker wins the aerial duel, down to the Mudryk, down to the Nkunku, or back to Caicedo to recycle. Where now, if you recycle, you got this guy, and you have this going, and they're open. They're one-on-ones. They have one-on-ones here. This is 2v1 at this point. James is gonna this right-sided center back's always going to be open. That's why they're looking for like a traditional striker.
Do you think Alvarez is the style of the fit for us, Joey?
No.
So, what would you say, Osman?
I mean, if we're going based on, here's the problem, right? When he was at the assistant coach during both phases of what City were. So this is phase 2 of what City is, with a striker that has a striker that's like a focal point, right? The way that their focal point striker was. This is what it looked like with a focal point. Okay, inverted fullback, and it looks like this, right? With their focal point, which would be their Holland, right? Gaming. Would be their Holland,
Yeah.
right? Or they would have, let's say it was, I think it was like Bernardo playing false nine in their Champions League final against us. Let's say that this is their Bernardo false nine Alvarez. So then you're talking about a totally different way of playing. Like, it's a totally different way of playing. It's like this turns into false nine. These guys are more inside forwards. This will probably be like Palmer. Let me move all of this around. So here's the thing: is he was part of both phases.
Yeah.
So he could play inside. He could play, like, say, his Alvarez. Except it wouldn't be him. And then you would have, like, this is your Bernardo or Foden, right? This is your Mahrez. This is your De Bruyne. This is your Foden. This is your Bernardo normally when he would play false nine, and then Palmer would go. Palmer would play the De Bruyne role and creating overloads. James would come up. Caicedo would come up into the midfield this way, and then the overload this way, and then it turns into a 3 with your distributor.
But the thing is with Oshman, I think what they don't want to do, Joey, is that I don't think they want to break the transfer record again, what they did last summer with the midfielders. Probably that's their issue with it, on how much he is and the wages.
Gallagher, if I knew how, I would be able to make you mod. I don't think I can make mods until I have 1,000 subscribers or 500 subscribers or something like that. I'm pretty sure that that's the case. So everybody in here, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. USA are down to nothing, unfortunately. And I'm going tacticos on you. I'm just going what I think the way that it would be approached. So let me kind of go what I'm basing it off of, okay? Let me kind of just show you what I'm basing this off of. Give me a second here, guys. I appreciate it. And then after this, I'll show you how I would set up personally this team. Oh man, I don't know why that did that. That sucks. Trying to get you some a city formation up, a Google formation up from City in 2021. But it's not pulling up nothing for some reason. Keeps on just disappearing. But
Mafia, we could, if he plays Enzo Fernandez and Lavia together. We don't know. We have to see.
yeah, I mean, here's Adam. This is the reason why. All right, this is great. I'm so glad you brought this up, Adam. I am very, very, very glad you brought this up. Okay, bro, because this is why. All right, I'm gonna go back to saying this is going to be Jackson. Okay, just for the sake of our conversation here. Okay, because I do want to explain this to people. Okay, so this is once again for anybody who's just joined. This is the team currently with no new transfers. Like if we didn't make a single transfer for the way that a single transfer, this is the way that I believe Maresca would set up. This is the way that I believe that it's going to be Okay, Adam, listen, right? Because I feel like people are not getting the gist of why this is the case, okay? So right here, going forward, okay? Once again, like I've told you guys before, it's a pivot to this, right? These guys are all go forward. It's everyone's seeing this formation. Now, everyone expects James to be here. Okay? Everyone expects James to invert here, right? Okay? Now, when you say that James is going to invert here, that means that he's going to distribute in these types of directions for the most part. He's not going to come out in these areas. He's going to distribute in these directions. I think that's a waste of Reece James' ability, in my personal opinion. Okay? Now, what I think will end up happening, because I believe that Tosin is the one that they believe is the center back in this scenario. Okay? If it's Reece James, okay? If it's Reece James, if this is Gusto, I believe it'll go. I believe that it's gonna do this. Okay, I do believe that. All right, but if it's Reece James, I think it's gonna go this way. Kukurea, I think it has to be Kukurea. I don't think Ben Chilwell can do this move. Okay, that let me be very clear with that. I don't think Ben Chilwell can do this move. Okay, so Kukurea here. And like that. I believe it's going to be like this, personally. Because then you have the freedom of giving Reece James this entire side of the field to eventually overlap, and then you're in a two. That's what I end up believing ends up happening. Cucurella drops, Caicedo drops, James can overlap, Palmer can go inside. You see how that works? Does everyone just saw what I just did there?
Yep.
Does that make sense to people in the chat? Did you just see how I just did that, Adam? So once again, I believe what will end up happening is this, right? This is what everyone believes the formation will be. Right? This is what everyone believes the formation is going to be. I believe it's going to be like this. Colwell on the left-sided center back, Tosin on the right-sided center back, James right-sided center back, almost, pretty much. Then you have Caicedo drop. Once James goes forward, Palmer goes in the inside on the overlap, like he always does when he picks up the ball. So if Palmer picks up the ball and he goes inside, Caicedo drops into this inside position here. Tossin goes this way, and then James can just do his thing still, because Palmer will take into the inside position. He did already, CAA Mafia, under Tuchel. Second season under Tuchel. 1 second. I'm gonna exactly. That's a very good point. I'm gonna bring that point up here in a second. I'm gonna get something to drink.
That's fine. You know what, Mafia? That is the question for Joey to ask. Because I have no idea if he actually would. But hey, I don't know about that. It's a tricky question. I don't think he would, but depends.
All right. So I'm gonna get through everybody quick. So first, Adam said, "I hope that's what we do." It's kind of what Kukurea did at Brighton too, I think. Yep, exactly what you're exactly right. Exactly right, Dad. I'm exactly right. Granted, James is out for the first 3 games, so we'll have to use Gusto there. Yeah, and then I think that's when we'll go the other way, right? And that's why I think Kukurea is such an important player to this because he can do both, right? He can do this, where he's the left-sided center back, and you have Gusto in the midfield. You have Palmer out here, and it'll be end up being like this. But this is Gusto for the first 3 games. And then would James ever play center back? He played center back, like I said, second year under Tuchel. If James won't overlap if he plays center back. See, that's not true. Depends on how bro, we haven't had a possession based team in a year. So like that's kind of like Potts fooled you guys on what we thought was a good team. Look, that like what was like a consistent team. He's not a consistent coach. Not you guys. Most of you guys in here are kind of on the same page as me. But yeah, he fooled us, man. He fooled us. He had the system set up. He had the system set up pretty damn similar to what this is right now. By the end of the season, then last 5 games, Maresca's coming in and just doing pretty much the same shit. I mean, we don't Mafia. We don't. It's either Enzo or Lavia, bro. Really, in this scenario, unless you have Enzo. Let's just say this. That's where you see Lavia. If Enzo was a more forward 8, but I don't really like the look of this personally going forward. But I just don't trust Enzo's shooting enough for me to. It's just me. U.S. are gonna get smoked by these South American teams. They're gonna get smoked by these South American teams, especially with Berhalter, dude. Berhalter is trash. I'll out coach Berhalter in my sleep, bro. I'll out tactic Berhalter in my sleep. Same team. You give me the same fucking team, bro. You give me the same fucking team we have in the U.S. You give me the players that they have in the U.S. And you said, Joe, you're the fucking manager. You go
No,
do this shit.
Mafia,
I beat Berhalter 8 out of 10 times.
Mafia. No, we could not have Cobra playing left back again. No, 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 no.
Interesting. So let's put it on paper quick. Let's put it on paper.
I mean, if Cobra works at left back next season, then fair play. But
Enzo would play left side. You know what though? You know, I don't I don't even want to use James in this scenario. Let's just say the Saucy. Okay. Just because I'm looking at this scenario, CAA more in the sense of um, if we lose James, right? I don't think this really makes sense if we to keep with James. I think it makes more sense if you lose James. Because then the way this would end up working out is like you think it would, which would be Lavia, Caicedo. Then you have it like that. And then you got the three center backs. It would look like that. In theory, it'd make a lot of sense. In theory.
Hmm. Oh, like I said, I'm excited for next season. I don't know why, but I'm just like
Fucking Berhalter, bro. All he does is draw games. It does make sense though, Mafia. It does make sense. I'm thinking, if we don't have James, right? That's how you play it. If you don't have James and say Gusto needs a rest, then that's how you play it. God willing, James can play 25 fucking games this season. But it makes sense. It really does. On paper, it makes absolute all the sense in the world.
all right, Joey, I'm gonna hit, but appreciate the invite, bro. Yeah.
Yep, have a good one.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, I agree with you, Adam. I agree with you, bro. Bro, like I can't. Okay, this is all right. So now I'm gonna do Joe's Tactico. Okay, same team. We ain't gonna do anything. We ain't gonna do anything too crazy. But Joe's Tactical lesson: what Joe would do with Chelsea. Okay, give me a second, boys. Give me a second. Give me a second, people. All right. So I have. Let's just say I gotta put James back in here. Okay. So I'm playing a very much a potch system in this sense, but I'm doing it a bit different. So two two things here that are key: Reece James and Palmer. Okay, so Jackson's obviously gonna be my striker here, and then Cuckoo's gonna be get real. It's gonna be real close, almost center forward like. Okay. Palmer is gonna come into this inside position and create from this inside side, and James is gonna overlap. I wouldn't have Mudryk here. Honestly, you're asking me. Let me just let me do in Cuckoo here. Okay. I want Nkuku playing this inside position as well. And I want Paul. I want this Paul. I want Palmer to play in these inside channels. So when Nkuku's picking up the ball here, he is has the option to go inside channel this way, inside channel this way, or Jackson pulls one center back inside channel this way. Madueke is going to be making runs from the byline this way and connecting with Reece James on the sides. And Cuckoo is always going to be floating in these areas. I want Caicedo literally sitting at this line the entire game. Like right here. And I want Enzo in this area right here. Majority of the ball is going to go down this route. And I want Reece James to be able to switch it to Enzo as an outlet pass at any time. So he's getting they overload the players on this side. Enzo's the outlet pass this way. Kukureyev will end up creeping his way forward, as will the center backs to the halfway line. And Kukureyev will eventually make his way this way to overlap or to underlap, depending on where Enzo takes the ball. So that's the football manager Joe way. Oh man. He's going tacticos on you guys. I got a nice cozy seat for Gallagher, bro. Nice cozy seat for Gallagher right here. We're gonna buy him a brand new one. We're gonna buy him a brand new one, my guy. A brand new seat for him. It's expensive for a bench, bro. See that? Me and you, Adam, me and you can make a bench. Right, we can go to Home Depot and make a bench, bro. We can make a bench. They're $300 to sell. We could be selling benches, bro. What are we doing here, son? We just go to Home Depot, buy 2 pikes, buy 2x4, and we can start making benches, bro. New business. We got new business ventures, making benches for bums like Gallagher. We're gonna just start making these benches. The American Southgate, don't get me started, bro. We should have hired Jesse Marsh. I don't know why we didn't hire fucking Jesse Marsh. We're so dumb. We didn't hire Jesse Marsh. We're so fucking dumb, bro. Like, we're so goddamn dumb we didn't hire Jesse Marsh, bro. We let Canada hire Jesse Marsh. That's how dumb we are. That's literally how dumb we are. The American FA is like, nah, let's not hire the one guy that that managed in the Premier League and scored probably some of the most, probably had was like 5th or 6th in goals in the year that they were in the Premier. They were scoring so many goals they just couldn't defend nobody. Vieira. What, we gotta take Vieira from Strasbourg? Ah, man. What are we talking about here? You could have got Jesse Marsh. Jesse Marsh would have been just fine, but no, they let him take his ass to Canada. Went to Canada. Canada got just as good as a team as us. I don't know, bro. He did a good job with Strasbourg in the end. They ended up getting like I think. Well, let's see what they ended up getting. Thirteenth place ain't that bad. And Angelo Gabriel was injured for the second half of the season. And this guy had a hernia too, man. Halftime in the USA game, we're down 2-0 to Colombia. And Berhalter showing us once again why he shouldn't be the manager. Bro, I need to know who the fuck that guy is that he brought up today to play midfield. Because he like I don't understand why we're playing somebody that like it just doesn't make any sense. Who's this Cordoza guy? All right, boys, we're gonna go through the Cordoza. Who is this guy? Johnny Cordoza. Johnny De Souza Cardoza. That's not New York. I don't know what it is. Cardoza. He ain't New York. He's from like Colombia or some shit. Whoa. Zooming in the wrong thing. I was close. I was fucking close. I told you. Fucking told you. Said if that's not New York, I don't know what it is. Jersey. That's what it is. I told you. I said it. Cardoza. Brazilian parents though. He's playing in Brazil. That's interesting. Born in Jersey, playing in Brazil. Is fucking Tyler Adams on the bench? Musa, Tyler Adams, Luca Della Torre, Malik Tillman. Oh, yeah, let's leave all our midfield on the fucking bench. All the legs and all the midfield. No, no, no. Let's play Cardoza and Gio Reyna at fucking 8. I should redo the US team ASAP. I do like this back line outside of Tim Ream, but Tim Ream is just like the old head, so I understand it. Who do we have on the bench for goalkeepers? Fucking. I would rather put Miles Robinson out there personally, but that's just me. Miles Robinson's just as good as, and he has just as much experience. Well, not just as much, but. Do we not have another fucking keeper on the bench? I don't know who Christoph Lund Hansen is. Plays fullback for Palmero. Okay. Bro, all these kids play in Europe, bro. Every single one of these kids play in Europe. Outside of fucking Miles. Miles plays at Atlanta. Because they pay him mad fucking good. Oh, this guy plays for fucking Genk. Mark McKenzie. Where does he play? He plays center back. Is Timothy Tillman and Malik Tillman related? Los Angeles. Born in Nuremberg, though. Huh. Interesting. That is his brother. All right, second half kicking off. And I'm going to go take a nap before I go to my show. Haji Wright is coming on. Who's Haji Wright came on for? Probably for Geo, knowing Berhalter. Knowing Berhalter, probably Geo. All right, put up the board already. Let's go. Come on. We're getting our ass kicked, and we want to see the rest of this game. Come on. It's not Balogun, so they're going to play two up top because Balogun can't play one up top because Berhalter doesn't know that shit. Okay, well, it's not Weston. Oh, they're not even on the pitch. Taking their sweet ass time. Get your ass on the pitch. Fucking Haji Wright. He had a good season, Haji Wright, from what I was hearing. I didn't watch too much of him, but I heard he had a good season. Let's take a look. I think he was playing for who is he play? Yeah, he's playing for Coventry. Yeah, I remember. He had a pretty good season. Yeah, look, 16 fucking goals, 7 assists in the championship. It's fucking good. That's a good season from Haji Wright. In the championship too. That's not. I mean, he played 40 games, but still, that's still a pretty good season for a kid his age. I think he's 26. His first real shot at a club in Europe. I think he was at Genk before. They didn't give him that many chances. One of these Belgium teams or German teams. It's like two guys on the American. Is he? Did he take out Cordoza or did he take out? My bad. Let's see here. Can Paez and Palmer coexist? Sure. Want me to show you how, Mafia? Let's get into the Tactico. The Tactico. Let me reset the formation quick. So, this is where Paez would play. Next season, let's just say we win, get Olise. I truly believe Madueke ends up on the left wing next year. That's just my opinion, but toss into it's probably Disasi, right? And then Fana. I'm gonna just say question mark. Probably Mudrik. Probably Mudrik Mafia. I wouldn't be surprised if Mudrik was sold next year. Shit, I wouldn't be surprised if Fofana was sold next year too. I don't think they give up on Enzo anytime soon. Like the way that people talk about Enzo is kind of like they're not going to give up on Enzo anytime soon. They're going to give Enzo as many chances as he needs. Yeah, I was about to bring that up actually, Mafia. That agreed. I think so too. Fucking death row contract on that one. At least if you give these death row contracts to like a Mudrik, they still have like suitors that were willing to spend a couple 30-ish million, 40-ish million to take a chance on someone like him. You know what I'm saying? A loan, and that you loan them out 1 year and then you sell them for 30 to 35, and you're fine. You break even on the guy after 3 years because he doesn't hit any of his clauses, so it ends up only being 60 million. If you take the average of the time that he's been here, if we're talking FFP, you end up breaking even after about 3 to 4 years. And so you probably give him this year. If he doesn't work out, send him on loan with an obligation to buy somewhere or an option to buy, like a really decent option, like 40 to 45 million. Or do what you did with um, Matson, where you insert a release clause into their contract, give them another year, and then insert a release clause into their contract. But yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think we'll be looking like, boys. That's what I think we'll be looking like by next year. Not this upcoming year, but by next year. If Mudrik stays, we'll see. But this is pretty much where I think we'll be. I think Carney is going to be shit out of luck eventually. Like if he don't show up this year in this formation and this team, where he will have opportunities to play that 8 role, that right here where Caicedo or Palmer is, he'll have the opportunities to play that role this year. If he doesn't show up, I personally think Hincape is better, but I have a bias towards Ecuadorian players because I watch a lot of Ecuador. I personally think Hincape is better. I think Caliafori is a product of what Mata did for him, and that's not a problem. But I think him going back to Juventus would suit. Going back with Juve is going to help him get the best out of him again. Because they'll play he's gonna play him like we would play Colwell at left back. You know what I'm saying, Mafia? Like he's gonna play him where he goes, all right, you're gonna go into a back three, but you may be like the left back covering wide spaces. You know what I'm saying? And Hincape did that a lot for Hincape didn't do the same thing. He was more on left-sided center back for Xabi Alonso, but before they had Grimaldo, that's how he played. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if they deal with the left back situation this summer, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very curious to see if they deal with that this summer. I almost don't believe that they will, to be honest. Like, who do they go get? Like, if they go get if they're gonna follow like what I think the way that they're following is like a bit of more experienced players, which seems like it's going to be the case for most of these signings. Outside of Sesko, which I really don't like them doing, like I'd rather see them. I know, bro. I know I know, Adam. It's like I know, bro. It's like I'm so sick of them. And exactly, like I can't see ourselves selling Chilwell. Unless like Pep does us like a favor, you know what I'm saying, and goes back in for him. Like I just don't see it happening. You know what I mean? Fucking bald Berhalter. I need to take a nap after this if I'm gonna last tonight. Bro. We've been cursed since Colson. 1 season wonders, 2 season wonders, nothing consistent. Ben Chilwell was a 1 season wonder. And then Marcus Alonso is more like a 2 season wonder. He had one good season under I think he was all right against with sorry. But Haji, that's a good goal. Timothy Weah. 2-1 baby. 2-1 baby. 2-1 baby. Let's go baby. Let's go. 2-1. Well done, Weah. Well done. That's a good goal. Unfortunately, Adam, I think with that scenario, the domino that you have to wait for that is where Alphonso Davies goes, because you know how much fucking company likes Matson, man. Like he was willing to spend 30 million of Burnley's money. You don't think he'll be willing to spend 35 million of fucking Bayern's money? Like, he's get like that release clause is getting triggered, bro. If Davies gets sold to Madrid, bro. That's what I'm talking about, Mafia. That's what I'm talking about, boys. All right, let's go. You know what I do like about this U.S. team? They got fight. I could give them that. They got fight, man. They got fight. Like this team don't quit. They got fight in them, man. That is a good ball. All right. I was about to say no whistle. Do I think Ederson leaves or stays in the Prem? I mean, if he doesn't stay in the Prem if he leaves City. Let's just put it that way. He does not stay in the Prem if he leaves City. He's going to get that buku money deal at Saudi Arabia. I think a lot of these players are just kind of waiting to see what Pep is going to be saying. Like I think some people still believe that Pep's going to stay, and then some of them are like, if Pep leaves, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them came for Pep. I mean, I'm sure Bernardo Silva wouldn't have been at a Man City player if it wasn't for Pep. Oh, good. That's a good defense. Anthony Robinson's been taken off the ball a couple times now. That's bad, really bad defense by Chris Richards. Really bad defense by Chris Richards, bro. Really bad. Luis Diaz just hit the post. Terrible defense by Chris Richards, bro. You cannot let this guy get onto his left, his wide foot. You can't. Is it Duran? CA, is that like your guy that who you believe will come in and be the striker we sign? Duran is a flat track bully, though. I do like that about him. He is a flat track bully. He's so young, and he's just like 6'2", just like fucking diesel. Fucking brick diesel, son. This guy walks around like fucking brick diesel. Fucking walk around like he's Debo out here. Michael Carter Vickers. My boy Malik Tillman. Malik Tillman. A couple years, Malik Tillman's going to be the starting 10. Yeah, I know. He does play like he does play like he needs to still feed his family, bro. That's what he plays like. Some of these guys, they don't got the hunger. I like a bit of tenacity in my striker. That's what I that's the only thing that I just wonder about Alvarez. Like, do you have the tenacity? Like true tenacity to want to be one of the best strikers? Because if he does, then he can be. But you have to have that type of tenacity to be a striker. Like you really have to want it. You know what I mean? You have to really try to get in for. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, what a save by Turner! What a freaking save by Turner! He, I would say kinda, yeah. But I don't want Duran. If you're gonna go buy Duran, go buy the next Duran. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna ask for fucking 40, 50 million for Duran. I'm like, no, and then you're gonna tell me, is Duran worth it? If it's 30 million, if you told me you're gonna get Duran for 30 million, then cool. Yeah, I know Duran's 20, but I don't know if he has the build up either. That's the other thing. Like, I like if Brighton wasn't gonna charge us a fortune for a fortune for Duncan Ferguson, then I'd probably go Duncan Ferguson over Duran. Duncan Ferguson has all the tools to be a absolutely top flight striker. Dacho Fofana, see that's the thing, bro. All these guys are like $30 million strikers. All of them. Every single one of them that we're talking about right now. They're all around about they should be all around about $30 million. Now we will rate Dacho Fofana at 30 million. Fucking Villa and Brighton are not rating Duran, are not selling Duran and Ferguson at 30 million. I just think he has better tools technically, especially around the box. Oh, that's a terrible. What is going on, yo? These center backs today. So my thing with Duran is if we get Elise, Jackson can still thrive, and Duran won't actually take up his space, so it gives a little bit gives Jackson a little bit more time to develop. I believe in Jackson. I can't give him more. Coming right winger. Another right winger, Adam. I had to like read it for a second, like, wait, another right winger? Like, yeah, I wonder what they want for Duran, Mafia. That's the kind of the question for me. If they want like 50 million, they could go suck one. But if it's 30 million, like I understand it. Oh, they wanted Gallagher plus cash for Durant. I thought it was Durant. I thought it was going to be Durant plus a little bit of cash for Gallagher. Yeah, I thought it was the other way around. What you message me the report, bro. You know how I am with reports. I'm a journalist. I like to dissect journalism. That's what I'm saying. There's no way that that's the case, Adam. I thought it was. I thought it was Duran and money for Gallagher. That's what I thought it was. I thought it was gonna be like Duran and like 10 million or some shit like that. That means they want like 40, 50, they want 50, 60 million for Gallagher. I mean for Duran. Yeah, tweet me that. Tweet me that, Adam. Yeah, I don't. I haven't seen anybody link with Duran either, boss. Did you see this, bro? You see this one? Fucking Brighton, bro. Hiring a manager that's younger than me. This guy's a year younger than me. It's crazy. Send me the link to it, though, Adam. You have my Twitter. I'll put it up on the stream and we'll talk about it. Ricardo Pepe coming on for Florian Balogun. Yunus Musa coming on for Weston McKennie. Trying to salvage a draw out of this shambolic game from the U.S. U.S. lose possession in their own half. Counter attack. Here comes a shot over the bar. This kid's going to be good for West Ham. He'll be pretty good for West Ham. Uh, all right, so let's take a look here. Fuck your free trial, bro. Is it really not gonna let me read it now after I just created an account for free? Fuck it. Look at this waffle, bro. You see this CAA? Read that part of it. It's unclear whether Chelsea retain interest in Duran, but it's highly unlikely they would consider any sort of swap deal for the academy product, given his sale would count as 100% profit towards the profit and sustainability. Yeah, so that shit's not happening. Swap deal shit is not happening whatsoever. Like, that shit ain't happening. Um, huh. Interesting. Very interesting, guys. Very interesting. Let's see here. That's all right. I appreciate it, Adam. See. I think all of them are going to be around the same price. That's the problem. Like if you're telling me Sesko and Duran, what was the? Let me go back to the list, right? The list that came out today from I think it was Ben Jacobs' report. Well, you know Ben Jacobs. What are we gonna do with Ben Jacobs? Yeah, there was a Ben Jacobs report earlier today. I like Ben though. He's a nice guy. He just has average average sources. That's all. Average sources. It's the best way of describing it. I think I might have skipped it already. So I think it was from today. Yeah, the list was Sesko, Duran, and Adam. You know, we just deal with them. We just deal with them. That's all. We just deal with them. Nice enough guy. You know what it is, Adam? He reminds me of a lot of my friends I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? Because I commuted to a more white school, let's just put it that way, from where I was. And he was like a lot of the people I grew up with. Probably still wearing his collar popped with like a starched collar. You know what I'm saying, Adam? He probably still got that starched collar. That's 3-1. Game over. There's just nobody in the midfield. Why is Musa all the way out there defending somebody on the left hand side? He's supposed to be in the midfield. There's nobody in the midfield. Oh, Turner is such a bum. Why are you diving, bro? Why are you diving away from your near post? They're always going to go near post. Doesn't even make sense why they would go far post. If you go far post, you're going into traffic. So yeah, I think all of those guys are going to be around 40 or 50. Duncan Ferguson, Duran, Francesco, they're all going to be around 30, 40. I mean 40, 50, I mean. This US team is so sloppy, bro. This US team is so fucking sloppy. At least they got like 2 weeks to prepare for Copa. Fucking European competition starts. European competition starts like right after the European League. They go 2-3 weeks. Fucking Landon Donovan era. This fucking shit is over though. I don't. I think it Ostenham all day long, man. Ostenham all day long. Tony just. I knew that this was going to be the case with Tony once he got his ban. People were trying to tell me, buy Tony, even if he has his ban. I'm like, why would you do that? He's going to not play for 6 months, and then you're not going to know if he's ever going to get fit again. I'm going to get something to drink quick. You'll never know if he's fit again. He's still not fit. We don't know. We don't know if he's fit. Scored 4 goals this year, went 13 games without a goal. Isak. You're telling me Watkins or Isak? I'm going Isak. I'd like to see Watkins do it for one more year, personally. All right, boys. What are we saying tomorrow? We do Ecuador, Mexico, I think it is. Argentina, Ecuador. Agreed. Agreed, Adam. Jackson. No questions. Even though I think that both of them may be wingers. Yeah, we're gonna do that one tomorrow, 4 p.m. That's the one we're gonna do. Let's see what's up. What channel it's on. Oh boy, True TV. Oh, I got True TV. I'm good. Well, let's see. Let's see. Ecuador soccer. Let's see what they've done in the last couple games. I think he has played, if I'm not mistaken. All right, Ecuador, Italy. Lineups. Didn't start. But he came on. Probably came on the wings here. And then against Guatemala, he didn't even make the bench. Oh, yeah, he did. But they played the backups in this game. Like, these are all their backups. "4-1. Berhalter should be sacked. Ecuador against Chile, which is a huge game. And he started. We're getting our asses spanked. Ecuador, Venezuela. He started. Against Colombia, he started. Colombia pretty much played the same formation, same people as they're playing right now. And he started against Uruguay. So, good chance he starts, man. Good. I think he's a good chance he plays tomorrow. I think at least he has a good chance of playing tomorrow. I mean, the kid, like, I don't think people understand how good this fucking kid is at 16 years old. Like, I really don't think people understand how good he is. The spatial awareness specifically is something you don't see every day from any footballer, let alone a 16-year-old. Like, it's something to behold, the type of spatial awareness the kid has. That's why they have the capabilities of being able to play him in the midfield, because his spatial awareness is just so good. All right, we're getting scored on again. 5-1. Yeah, Adam. Adam, I'm telling you, when you watch the kid for the first time, you're gonna be like, I only need one. Adam, telling you, when you watch the kid for the first time, you're gonna be like, God damn, this kid is something freaking spectacular. He is something spectacular. What's the Brewers score, Adam? They really should fire Berhalter before Copa. Like, this should be final straw type shit. Like, they should be firing his ass today. I mean, I'm telling you, they fucked up by not signing Jesse Marsh, bro. They fucked up by not giving Jesse Marsh the contract. Hey, they won. That's all that matters. Not that big of a baseball fan. I'll watch it on occasion, but I normally fall asleep watching it. Normally. Smoke too much weed for me to like stay awake watching baseball. I have been catching that pitcher from Pittsburgh, that Skeens guy. On occasion, I've been catching a few of his games, few innings here and there. Potts is available. I would have loved Marino. Could you imagine Marino coaching the USA? Mourinho? That shit would have been awesome. It would have been a circus, but it would have been freaking so cool. They would have had to make a documentary on it. It would have been so cool. Yeah, CAA, I mean, yeah, I know, right, Adam? Could you imagine? Yo, that shit would be hilarious, son. Adam, that shit would be hilarious. Oh my God. Mourinho and Stephen A. Smith in the same panel, just like talking, like trying to have like a serious conversation about something. Like, that shit. Oh, that shit is hilarious, bro. Oh my God. That's too funny, son. Berhalter is so fucking stupid. All right. We're smoking one last joint with y'all in the chat. And then taking a nap. What are we gonna do with Randall? Oh man, that's a good fucking question, man. Oh, Word Mafia? What type of music do you like, bro? What type of music do you like? And if you don't care, then you just go to Scottsdale. Because like Scottsdale's where like all the bars are. And you'll more than likely run into celebrities there. So it's always like just like a shit show of a time. And then if you want like electronic music, there's a few warehouses that I could recommend. If you want to just hit me up on Twitter. Shit, if you end up liking electronic music, that's what we could do. I'll meet you out there. Let's see. I have a calendar of events for out here. It's the same as my let me get it's the same as my thing. It's at Joe W Sports Talk. All right, Mafia. I'll see you tomorrow. I got my guy Adam. If you're still in the chat, I'll see you tomorrow. Keyshawn, if you're still in the chat from work, see you tomorrow. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your night.